If you are studying for hours but still remembering absolutely nothing, then respectfully, we need to talk. I've seen a lot of study videos though, and like I've heard the same study advice over and over again, because like they are repeated over and over again because they clearly do something, right? They work. So that's why everybody's talking about it. I'm trying my best to film, edit, and upload these study videos because like the series, because like half yearlies are coming next month, and I just want to help you guys with the things that I know, and like getting good grades is wonderful. Everyone should get it. So first up, I'll be talking about active recall, and with that I'll start with blurting. Blurting is the study method because like if you're doing it correctly, there is no way that you can fail. So like it's a fail-proof method. So in this, what you need to do is take a sheet, like blank sheet, and just the topics you've gone through already, close your books, and then vomit out information on that piece of paper. Like just whatever is in your head, just write it down on that piece of paper, and then look back at your textbook that what all informations you have left, and like then write them down with the different color pen so that you know that these were the things that you forgot earlier. So the next technique that we're going to talk about is the fave technique. This is like it's my favorite technique because I've been using this technique ever since like I was in 4th or 5th grade. Like it has worked so well for me that I use it till this date. So yeah, so like in this technique, what you need to do is like if you don't understand something, just try explaining it to someone, or like an imaginary person, or just be your own teacher. I'll say, like just teach the topics that you don't understand, and then like you will see like gradual process that you actually are understanding it better. Because if you're like explaining it to someone else, that then you need to like be more focused and stuff so that you can explain it better to someone else. And for that, I actually I teach my friend, and I know you're watching this video, and like she annoys, like my brain is fried. Like teaching her is a task for me, but like I be annoyed at the moment when I teach her, but after that I realized that it really helped me a lot, because like she asks very stupid questions, but those stupid questions helps me a lot later on to understand every topic properly. So thank you for that. And yeah, if I don't be teaching her, then I teach myself like on the whiteboard. As you guys know, I use my whiteboard a lot. A lot means a lot. Like if you're someone who gets overwhelmed by looking at the entire chapter, then mind maps is a thing that is gonna work for you. So like in mind map, you basically write the chapter name in the middle, and then you branch out the important information about the chapter. Like I use it for biology, English, and yeah, I use it for these subjects. Let me just show you an example as well. So this is my mind map. As you can see, like the chapter name is in the middle, and then the rest of the things, important things. My mind maps not always look like this, they also look like this. So yeah, I've made a bunch of mind maps. Literally I have a lot of mind maps because this clearly works for me. It basically turns a giant chapter into a little visual map, which is very easy to grasp. And honestly, if you're revising before an exam, looking at mind map is so much less terrifying than looking at the entire chapter. Then we have flashcards. Flashcards are very amazing. They're for when you need to recall and memorize things quickly. Like one side has the questions and the other side has all the answers. So, and you can use them for definitions, formulas, reactions, biological terms, important facts, exceptions, and like anything. Another really important technique is spaced repetition. Like instead of studying once and never looking back at the information until the night before the exam, like revise it multiple times with gaps in between. For example, like study it today, then revise it tomorrow, and then after a few days, like a gap of few days, just go through it once again. So the point is to repeatedly bring the information to your memory, because like instead of doing it one giant revision session before the exam, please do not study a chapter once and then meet it again 3 months later like an old acquaintance. Instead, revisit the topic multiple gaps in between your revision sessions. Like for example, on day 1, just learn it. Day 2, quick revision. Day 4, test yourself. Day 7, revise again, and then later you do PYQs for the revision so that you can have the topics and the knowledge in your memory. The point isn't to follow the exact days perfectly, it's to come back to information repeatedly instead of a technique which is very simple, and it's like very like similar to the previous one, but it's like 24-hour rule. After learning something new, try to revise it again within 24 hours. Even if it's only for 10 to 15 minutes, go through your formulas, concepts, questions, whatever you have done that day, and it makes later revision so much easier and quicker because you're not starting from zero. Then next technique is the interleaving technique. So in this technique, before going into this technique, I want to tell that what I do, like for the starting of the chapters, I do that, cleared my concepts about a topic, then I move towards the questions related to that specific topic so that I have it clear in my head, which works. But this interleaving technique tells us that instead of doing 50 exact types of questions, we should mix different types of questions together. I feel like in this technique our brain works like more, because you're like there is a lot more thinking process and stuff, because you know that everything is not from the exact same topic that you're doing it from. So it's a mix of different topics, so your brain is gonna work harder and doing 20 questions of topic A, 20 questions of topic C, 20 questions of topic C, for like just mix them, for like do A, C, B, A, C, B, like that. Because in actual exam nobody tells you that okay, this is the topic that's coming, and like the topic that you have studied 25 minutes ago, this is going to come. Nobody tells you that. You need to figure it out in your exam that okay, it's from this topic. So just to prepare yourself mentally before the exam, you can try this method. It will just make things easier for you for later. Then next up we have questions first, theory second. So in this, like, vision is not about rereading the stuffs you already know. It's about practicing questions so that you can know much more about your learnings about that concept. And if you lack in knowledge about like in some questions or in some areas of that topic, you can go back to the topics and just clear those topics. So it helps more than just going through your notes again and again and again. It's not a thing. Go for questions while you're revising. Solving PYQs is so important. If any of you guys are not doing it, then what are you doing? Literally, what are you doing? Because you should be doing it no matter for what exam you're preparing for. you need to solve the PYQs. They are so important. Then we have mistake log technique. It is basically like you can say, like you can make a mistake notebook wherever you're just, your answer is not coming correct. You can just write it down in another notebook, which is your mistakes notebook. And then you can review it before the exam, which is very helpful because you know where is your weak point and where you usually do mistakes. Because honestly, your mistakes are basically telling you what exactly you should be studying, or what you need to study, or what you need to focus on. So, and that was the part 1. So now you actually know how to study, and basically I told you everything that makes your mind start doing some actual work instead of just staring at your textbook for hours. But obviously, knowing all the techniques is one thing, but actually sitting down, staying focused, ignoring your phone, managing your time, genuinely, and getting yourself to study is like, that's a whole different problem. So, in part 2, we're getting into how to study effectively. Please remember, you don't need to use every single technique that I talked about in this video. Try a few and figure out yourself what actually works for you, because studying isn't about making your routine look productive, and like, it's about actually learning something. And if this video helped you even a little bit, subscribe. Bye. Stay tuned for part 2.